unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Tigers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Green. Snagged in the middle, it's Green. Tripped up for the tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Grab near the marker, it's Clapp. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Hill. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, the only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming in.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
To the ground with the back. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Back to pass, it's Denson. Got the quick pass. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Tight end now in motion. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Makes the catch. It's Anthony. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Now on first down from the 40. Looking for a gap. It's Washington. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The quick out. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
And the Razorbacks line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
You've got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. So now on comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making side adjustments here. Forward and finds his man on the left.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It's a draw. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Rides to back and leaves it. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So CLemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. drive comes from the 32. Scanning the field, it's Green. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
17, Clemson, 0.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Pulls it in. It's Davidson. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Turning on the Jets. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Green. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the single back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Green. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
The short hands, it's Hill. There he goes. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again. They're looking to add.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Kelly. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quick strike complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's loose. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Here's the pressure. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. His drive opens up at the 23-yard line. off the play fake on first down to throw. Sends it downfield. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Kelly. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Trying to set the tone with the run. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to walk.
Turning it on! Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Wants to bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is the guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Green. Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking. It's harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
Pressure coming. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive will open from the 15. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. Fighting off the defender. Got enough for the 1st down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, I like the idea by the offensive play caller here. You're trying to get aggressive. You're trying to find a chunk play, but that time, QB and receiver can't hook up.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Let's go. Break. Double, double. Check. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Arkansas 34, Clemson.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
How about the response by this defense? You gave up some yards, so what? Bowed your neck now on 3rd and goal, 3 stops in a row when it matters most, forcing the offense into a critical 4th down situation.
Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Trying to barrel in. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets the 1st down. On the move is the 30. Racing down the left side. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. He'll keep it himself. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. They want that clock to run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Back to throw, it's Green. Looking for the score! And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this.